The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one. No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trail Blazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Alan Crabb in for Damian Lillard. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Davis is checked in for Aminu. And Harkless is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of a season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Morrow dishes to Waiters. Durant against Leonard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
And then Durant with the dunk. Anderson with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Nick Collison's checked in for Kevin Durant. For Portland, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Henderson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here comes Augustine leading the fast break. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
That's one of those alley-oops upside your head right there. And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Collison gets a wide open look. Portland grabs the miss. Leonard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
Now here is Augustine. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Collison. 5 to shoot. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. There's the bucket, good.
I'm putting you in. Let's go.
19 seconds left to play here in the third. The Thunder shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. And Augustine kicks to Collison. And there's a foul called on Alan Grant.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for the Blazers. Noah Vonleh. Damian Lillard.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here's Payne. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Eustace is out there with Nick Collison. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in at the one spot. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Execute it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Keeman kicks to Vonleh. Here's Harkless. It's hauled in by Adams. The Thunder shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. From deep. That's good. And that's now 6 points here for Harkless.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range. Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Stolen by Collison. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And the shot will not go from Eustace. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. The pass to Payne. Rebounded by Kamen.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Here's Eustace. And Adams kicks to Payne, and he makes good on the layup.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Three-pointer. Oklahoma City the rebound. And Adams with the slam.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Harkless. From deep three-point range, that one goes. Count it.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
And that one's good.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside. Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the
Lillard against Westbrook. Launches a three, and Damian Lillard good for the three. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Wow. What can you say?
And the serious dunk to finish it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Vonleh kicks to Aminu. The three from McCollum. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on him with the triple.
Now here's Adams, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Lillard misses. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he has 11 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around. And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. The twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph, and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Portland.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Lillard. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Three-pointer. Davis kicks to Anderson. Lets it go from deep. Aminu with the bucket.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. An open look for Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Takes a three. Morrow with the rebound. Adams outside. Here's Waiters. Off the mark. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Gerald, we often hear coaches talking about chemistry and focus. What's the key right now mentally for this team and how you guys approach each game?
It's just something, you just got to stick with it. We come here every day ready to work and compete every night. So, it's good that, we're playing well and we want to keep it going.
Congratulations, Gerald. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports